Hey, in a free market economy, marketing is so ubiquitous that we don't stop to think about how it started and grew to what it is today. How did people discover products in the early 1900s? It's hard to imagine for this social media generation. How old folks traditionally did their commercial activities without the smartphones. Hello everyone, I am Raghav and thank you to logging into this video which I am making on the affiliate success secrets and presently covering the basics of marketing and sales before proceeding to the advanced affiliate marketing subject so that your affiliate career can be started in the right way. And I would like to tell you all the basics which would be quite useful, and you need not to look back your affiliate marketing journey once it starts. In my previous videos, I have explained about the statistics and the potential of affiliate marketing, followed by with this basic series in which I have started explaining on how and when the marketing has started. I would like to welcome one and all to my channel. If you are watching this video for the first time, then I would suggest to check my previous videos in the playlist to get the forethought to the present video topic. Please subscribe to my channel and check which videos you can like it and share it to one and all. As today I am covering the topic how marketing evolved over time to present form and what would be it in future life, which I may be able to cover in two parts. One single video, hence making this topic videos in two parts. Now coming back to the topic, from single cell sales sheet all the way up to complex ecosystem that rely on interdependent relationships among products, businesses and customers, the evolution of marketing is quite a very good tale. It gets even more impressive when you think about the fact that this process of natural selection has only been going for just over little a century. Marketing in and itself has been dramatic transformation for centuries. We didn't feel its effect right away. It started as a distinctive discipline that went through different periods of refinement. With the economic forces at the helm, businesses were faced with the reality of competing for customers' attention while ensuring that they lock into their return on investment. Over the past 12 decades, marketing has gone from simple act of informing potential consumers about the existence of a certain product to a complex web of interactions that take place in person through print, over the airways and social media. Companies thought that customers are willing to pay for products that are cheap and readily available. Thus, business efforts were primarily geared towards increasing the quantity rather than the quality of the output. Manufacturers followed the principle of mass production to lower cost and more sales. This economic movement triggered the rise of Industrial Revolution, which started in Britain and expanded worldwide. Companies such as Slater Mill and Ford Motor Company dominated this industry. They hired thousands of factory workers to sustain the demand for production. More importantly, their goal was to increase efficiencies in production and distribution. When it comes to marketing, businesses focused on their effort on promoting low prices and beating their competitors. Marketing evolution refers to the distinction phases that businesses have gone through as they continue to seek new and innovative ways to achieve, maintain and increase revenue through customer sales and partnership. Since 1900s, a variety of different strategies have been employed as various industries created and refined their marketing approaches. As more companies join in the field, the sales tactics become even more competitive. Generally, mass-produced products were already the norm. Back then, companies cared more about sales volume rather than customer satisfaction. This used an idea that consumers will want to buy a company's products if they are enticed through eye-catching sales promotions. The sales orientation was an era when companies heavily rely on marketing promotions to sell products that companies made. Advertisement through different platforms such as radio, print and television were incredibly popular at this time. Additionally, sales professionals went door to door to sell products in customers' homes. The concept of marketing took place only after products were produced. It's no surprise that even today some people associate marketing with selling. When did the marketing discipline has begun? The answer to this question is fairly nuanced. To get a rough sense of the origins of marketing, let's turn to the online etymology dictionary. The author traced this term back to 1560s when it was used to describe buying and selling act of transacting business in a market. That's a pretty literary definition, but it's a good reminder that prior to the creation of marketing concepts, marketing still existed. It was just a pretty straightforward activity. According to our dictionary, the first cited use of the word marketing in its modern business sense, the process of moving goods from producer to consumer with an emphasis on advertising and sales, comes from 1800 and 1970. While it took some time for the field to move from a product-eccentric approach to what we understand as a marketing orientation today, the roots for this discipline go back to the turn of 20th century. It was around 1940s when industries realized that focusing only on their businesses' needs often leaves customers unsatisfied. At this stage, businesses' marketing tactics include identifying the customer's need and effectively customizing activities that address these needs. Hence, the marketing concept was born. It revolves around the idea that reaching the business goals relies on understanding the need of target customers first. Additionally, it concerns providing them with the desired satisfaction than its competitors. Marketing orientation is all about focusing on customer needs. A marketing-oriented organization begins with pinpointing the customers and their needs. Then they segment them according to the buyer-specific purchasing goals. They offer products unique to each group. This type of segmentation allows businesses to cater to the needs of the entire group as a whole. That's because each of market segment can satisfy its needs by purchasing one or the other products from the company. What causes marketing to evolve? Two central factors drive marketing evolution. Marketing technology. When the field began, illustrated print advertising was one of the only feasible communication channels available to marketers besides in-store merchandising and in-person interactions. Today, digital marketing leverages technologies ranging from multimedia text messages to email and whatnot. Customer needs. What do consumers demand today that they didn't yesterday? What can they afford now that was beyond their reach in the past? If you can't keep up with your audience, your competitors will definitely. What are the different stages in the evolution of marketing? For our purpose, we'll discuss 4 distinct phases of marketing evolution. While experts are somewhat divided in their interpretation of the various strategies that marketers have used to connect products with consumers and vice versa, we think these are the most important steps to study. The first one, production orientation. The second one, sales orientation. The third one, marketing orientation. The fourth one, relationship orientation. A marketing theory called societal marketing came into existence also. It's a concept that emphasizes an organization's responsibility to develop strategies that positively impact consumers' well-being and the environment. It stemmed from a conflict of interest between satisfying the customer's short-term needs with society's long-term welfare. In the 60s and 70s, many companies were exposed to the public for their unethical practices. Business owners and marketers started to take notice of the effects of their actions on the environment. They understood that their activities, while profitable, are destroying Mother Nature, which eventually harmed society. During this phase, companies shifted their goals to provide a better quality lifestyle while ensuring that the environment is not polluted. They don't just create high quality products, they were environmental friendly too. What's great about societal marketing is it also creates a favorable spotlight on the company's image. The more socially and ethically responsible an organization is, the more customers patronize them. This concept is closely related to sustainable development and corporate social responsibility. However, it should not be confused with social marketing or social media marketing. The development of a marketing orientation represented something of a sea change. While traditional marketing had focused on simply getting products to customers and convincing them to buy, this new approach was different. Marketers were driven to better understand consumers' needs, concerns, and desires. Only then could businesses hope to truly make an impact. By 1980s, customers were in charge. Okay, further on this topic, you can please check in my next immediate video. So I look forward to your comments with your feedback on if you have any specific query or question that you want to ask or just want to give feedback on this video, followed by expressing your like or dislike on each of my video in the playlist along with subscribing to my channel. So until then, good luck and see you soon in my next video.